and you will find yourself so much more productive. Sometimes we can be distracted at home by our kids, by our pets, so it really kills productivity because at the end nothing gets done. Hi everyone, and welcome to my next YouTube episode. So I know that you probably are aware of so many different opportunities that remote work can provide to you, such as flexible working hours, the opportunity to manage your family and your job, the opportunity to increase your income and do what you love every single day. But what are the difficulties if you are a virtual assistant, if you are a remote worker? I think one of the difficulties and obstacles that remote workers face is productivity at home. Because when we are working from the office, we are in a way working from 9 to 5, and in the office it is easier in a way to feel more productive. But when you are working from home, it is sometimes a struggle for many people to actually arrange their work-life balance and really to make sure that they are productive when working from home. Because if you are working from home, then it is making it harder to distinguish between your personal life and between your work life. So let's discuss today about 5 important tips and tricks that you need to follow in order to really be productive when you are working from home. So before you start, make sure that you like this video, make sure that you subscribe to my channel for weekly updates about remote work and entrepreneurship. So let's dive in. Before we start, I would like to introduce myself to you guys. So my name is Tanya Gromenko and I'm an entrepreneur and business owner, and I'm also a virtual assistant. My vision right now is to build high quality online education in Southeast Asia. And in the last year, I have taught more than 2,000 people on how to work remotely. So now let's move on and talk about 5 important tips for you guys to be productive when working from home. So the tip number 1 is that you need to have a dedicated workspace. When you're working from home, it is so easy to just work from the sofa or from the dining table because the temptation must be big. But I really recommend you guys to have your own separate room or a separate workspace which you can really only dedicate to your work. Why is it important? It is important because it really will make it so much easier for you guys to switch on your brain to work mode when you are at your dedicated workplace, and you will find yourself so much more productive, and you will really arrange everything in a way that it looks like your home office. So for me, I have my separate room, my separate home office where no one can distract me, where I can really focus on my work from home. So I hope you guys from now onwards will really find a separate workspace which is dedicated for your work needs. The tip number 2 is that you need to inform your family about your work time and work arrangement, because sometimes we can be distracted at home by our kids, by our pets, by other people who we live with. So it is really important to let your family members about your working hours and to really ask them not to disturb you within these working hours. And we are moving on to tip number 3. You need to set your daily routine, because sometimes when we are at home, everything gets mixed up. We do our personal tasks, at the same time we try to focus on the work tasks. I really recommend you guys to have your Google Calendar where you really block the different blocks of time for your work needs and for your personal needs, and you really establish a routine. For example, for me, when I started my remote career and before I started my remote career, I was always dreaming about, having 1 hour for myself in the morning, doing some meditation, having coffee at my own time without the need to rush off to work very fast. So for me, it was a priority that I set this 1 hour time for myself every single morning. So I make sure that it is in my calendar, so it actually gets done. After that, you can space some working hours, let's say 2 or 3 working hours before lunch break. And after that, make sure that you have a lunch break scheduled, because what happened to me when I started to work remotely is that I constantly focused on work, and I sometimes even forgot about lunch breaks, because when we are working from the office, we are kind of already used to the lunch breaks, but when we are working from home, some people are becoming more into work and they are actually forgetting to take breaks for themselves. So make sure that you have routine established and make sure that you have time slots for work and for your rest time. Another important tip is to stay focused and not to multitask. And it was such a big problem for me because I really love to multitask. I am responding to the messages, I'm responding to the emails at the same time, and I am trying to do my other tasks at the same time. So it really kills productivity because at the end, nothing gets done. So what I did is that I switched off all the notifications on my phone. So nowadays I don't receive any notifications from WhatsApp, from Instagram, email. I don't receive any of that so that I can really focus on my tasks. Besides that, I have bought a send timer, so I am using a send timer to really block the 20 minutes intervals. So when the send is going down, basically I cannot do any other tasks. I can just focus on one task. And you will be so surprised, guys, how it will increase your productivity and how so many tasks can be done in a very fast way instead of multitasking and trying to do everything at the same time. Tip number 5 is improve communication. So when we are working remotely, sometimes we are working all by ourselves and we are sometimes feeling lost. And whenever you are working with your remote clients, I really advise you to set up some time, maybe weekly or bi-weekly with your clients or with the team members, if you are working with the team members, to really hop on the Zoom call and really stay involved in a team, really stay accountable and discuss different tasks, different projects and different ideas with your team or your clients. So I hope these tips were useful for you and you will really feel more and more productive when you are implementing these tips. By the way, guys, last week I have talked about my way to remote career from my 9-to-5 job to really living my dream life. So if you want to watch this video, make sure that you click this link and watch my episode. So thank you very much for today. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and like this video, and see you at the next episode.